So charting is actually very simple, but extremely powerful. And I've broken it down into 4 elements. Now, I've seen people do it in more elements. I've seen A3s. I've seen many different formats. I have a very simple 4-step format. It's linear. So the point is that there are these 4 components. I'll go into each one in detail. But the first thing is we want to know what the problem is we want to solve. So until you really know what that is, and it's clear, I will never let anybody step forward. So with my sponsor, so what's the role of the sponsor? The sponsor is the one that says, I have this business problem. I want to engage help in this. They bring me, and the first thing we want, well, what's the problem we want to solve? So typically we'll have a conversation about it. Then we'll go to Gemba, we'll go see the problem as it's occurring, and then we'll come back and have further conversation. And what I'm really trying to do is get them to define the problem in such a way that it is compelling and urgent to the business or the people or the customer. So once we have that, so what is it that you want your team to solve? The second step would be objectives. So the point of the objectives are, if we solve the problem during a session or during a project or during a Kaizen, what would be the evidence? What would we see? What are the elements of the win? So that the team knows that it's won. Okay, so they have to be clear, they have to be measurable, they have to be time bound, they have to be important, they have to be challenging. And I'll go into that in more detail because I have a slide for each of these elements, but I just want you to have a little bit of a background of my thinking. Now, again, I'm doing this with the sponsor and hopefully the team leader, but typically they don't know who that should be yet until they meet with me for that first time. Okay. Once I know what that critical problem is, once I know what those objectives are, now, who is the team that can help us win? Who is the winning team? Well, it has to be people that care about the problem, people that understand the problem, people that feel the pain of the problem. So it can't just be a bunch of engineers and managers unless it's a problem that's only affects engineers and managers. So you really have to think very carefully about the team that's going to help you win. Do not pick people randomly. Sometimes people pick random members. This is critical. Pick the right people that help you win. If the problem is that important, you'll pick the team that'll help you win. And the last element is that somebody has to own the output when it's over. So who is that person? Who is that person that, will care if everything works as it's supposed to and can make adjustments? That owner of the output needs to be the team leader. A charter is a contract with the team. And what I mean by that is that once we've defined the charter, the problem statement, the objectives, the winning team, and who owns the output, now we're saying to the team, go solve it. We have no idea what the answer is. Whatever you decide, the answer is you implement it. Don't wait for approval. Okay, the approval has been made. Once the charter is approved by sponsor and leader, the approval is done. We're going to move forward, right? The only difference is, whether they're going to engage me as a consultant or facilitator or not. If they choose to move forward, this is the contract for the team. This says, go forth and conquer. Okay, so the other piece of this is the commitment to promote and communicate. So we've written the charter. And I'll talk about how we engage team members. Now go tell everybody we're going to work on this. If this truly is the most important thing you're doing that week, tell everybody about it. Get them excited about it. Get their ideas ahead of time. Get them talking about it, even if they're not on the team. Last.